Dramatic developments in Tehran on Monday. Many wondered if Iran's opposition movement was dead, the so-called Green Movement that burst onto the scene after the 2009 presidential elections. We hadn't heard much from this movement for the past year, due in large part to a brutal government crackdown. But on Monday, this movement made a statement with a comeback. According to witness accounts, at one point, crowds swelled into the tens of thousands. Video clips of the protests have been posted on YouTube. It was often the cat and mouse game that we saw last year in these protests when they were at their peak. Security forces often chasing protesters away. Anti-government chants like "death to the dictator." That chant we had heard before, but on Monday we heard a new one. There was a clear sign that this protest was sparked by the uprisings in Egypt and Tunisia. Take a listen. The protesters there essentially chanting, "The former leaders of Egypt and Tunisia are gone. Now it's time for Iran's supreme leader to be gone." Based on accounts, it was largely a peaceful protest, but at times it did get ugly. This was a man who tried to protect a poster of Iran's supreme leader. He was beaten by a group of other men who a short time later burned that poster of Iran's supreme leader. Witnesses tell us at least 24 people were detained. Remember, this was a rally that was called for by Iran's two leading opposition figures in support of the uprisings in Egypt and Tunisia. The Iranian government rejected this request, warned people not to come out. Clearly on Monday, Iran's opposition movement defied those calls, and clearly they were energized by the uprising in Egypt. Where this movement goes from here, it's not clear. These two leaders of the Green Movement are under tremendous pressure by the government. It's a movement that doesn't have much of a structure, but clearly they made a statement on Monday that they're still alive, still with a lot of grievances against the regime. Reza Sayah, CNN, Islamabad.